episode 29 of March Motivation Madness. Welcome back to the Fit Pro Podcast. I'm your host, Marvin Fayers, and today's episode 29 of March Motivation Madness, and we'll get straight into it for you. Remember, make sure that you are subscribed on iTunes and everywhere that you listen to your podcast, this podcast and every other podcast. Subscribing helps support the podcast hosts and the businesses. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're engaged and listening, and make sure that you are living a life right now where your mindset determines your work ethic. Because today's quote is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And that's by Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, by Henry Ford. Look, your mindset will determine your work ethic, and your work ethic will determine your result. Plain and simple. Okay, everything starts at the mind. Everything that you think about usually appears in reality at some point in time, whether it be positive or negative. Now, if you look at the mind as the foundation to a house, you need to have a strong foundation, a strong mind. Okay? Your work ethic will then become the walls and the roof of that house. And depending on how much work you put in, and depending on what your work ethic is like, depends on how big that house becomes. But you need that strong mindset. You need that strong foundation, because without the foundation, the house will crumble. I don't know what the saying is, but here's my own little one. An idiot builds his house on the rocks. So it is quite easy to go out there and find some quick ways to do certain things, especially in business. There's some shortcuts, but nothing will ever overcome hard work and work ethic. Okay? Because talent, I don't know what the saying is, talent beats work ethic, but work ethic will beat talent when talent forgets to work hard. So I think it's a bit jumbled, but the basis of today's quote is, and what I want you to think about throughout the day, is whether you are in a high performance mindset right now. Are you thinking about your goals? Are you constantly modifying the way to get there? And I guarantee you, if your mindset isn't focused, if you're not focused on your goals, the work ethic will not match, or the work ethic will match perfectly to an unfocused mindset. You get distracted, you become lazy, and you become very complacent. So make sure you are refreshing your goals in your mind daily. Make sure you are taking the steps to stay motivated, and make sure your work ethic matches your mindset, or your mindset matches your work ethic. Because whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. That is episode 29 of the Fit Pro Podcast. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.